don't you worry there.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm a junior and I'm vice president. So my most humiliating lick moment happened freshman year. It was Monday, and over the weekend I had gotten this really nice vintage puffy pink sweater. So it was the end of the day on Monday, and I'm walking down the hallway, and kind of across the way I see a sophomore making out with his girlfriend. And I'm like, that's cool. So I'm walking down, and then all of a sudden I feel a little pull on my shoulder, and I turn around and my puffy sweater had attached itself to the Velcro on making out guy's bag. I kept trying to get away, and the more I struggled, the more the Velcro would adhere to my sweater, until finally the sophomore stopped making out with his girlfriend, looked at me, ripped my sweater off his backpack, and then I sheepishly ran away.
Be a bit confused.
And you might.
I'm Malhar, and I'm a 9th grader. I'm one of the 9th grade representatives. When I was 2 years old, when I finally saw my butt for the first time in the mirror, I started crying and ran to my mom because I thought it was broken, because I thought it was just one thing. I was crying for hours and hours because I thought I had two and everyone had one. Just two cheeks.
By our parents' homes in the south of France.
Hey, I'm Loy Ploutz. I am a sophomore and I'm one of 3 representatives from my class. Something you may not know about me is that I'm a black belt in karate. I'm not gonna lie, I could probably kill some people. I think it was in 1st grade, and someone came to show and tell with this big karate trophy. And I was like, I want a bigger trophy than that. So I went to this karate studio, and I obviously got my white belt in the 1st class. It's not a big deal or anything, but they're like, wow, you're awesome. And just over the years, I just, kept getting more belts, and then 8th grade comes and it's black belt test. I nailed it. So yeah, you probably don't want to mess with me.
Making everybody look like ants from way up.
Hey Issa, why don't you stand up if it's a yes?
Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm a senior, and I'm your community networker. One of them. When I was in 3rd grade, I had this teacher named Miss Mirabella, and she was a really holistic woman. It's nature and granola, and she started introducing gnomes to us. They had the red pointed hats and beards, and there were all sorts of gnomes, most of which I have. Anyways, she got me on this phase where I was just fascinated by gnomes. They didn't move when you were watching them. And then for Christmas, I wrote a letter to Santa Claus asking if he would let the gnomes move in front of me. And he said no, unfortunately. For my 18th birthday, I got how to make a gnome, so I can construct my own gnome now. We have gnome paraphernalia to the max. So that's my story. Also, Issa, will you go to formal with me?